My name is Charlie Chaplin. This is my story. I was born in London, England. It was the year 1889. London was big and noisy and cold, but my world was small, very small. My family was poor. We did not have much food. We did not have much money. Some days we had bread. Some days we had only tea. I learned early that life can be hard. My father was a singer. He had a good voice, but he drank too much. When he drank, he changed. He became weak. He became angry. Later he left us, and later he died. I was still young, but I felt the empty space he left behind. My mother was different. She was gentle. She loved music. She loved the stage. When she smiled, I felt warm inside. When she sang, the room felt brighter. But life was not kind to her. She worked hard. She tried to care for me and my brother. But she became tired. Too tired. She became ill. One day, her voice became weak. Then one night it broke. That night she stood on the stage. She tried to sing, but no sound came out. People did not understand. They started to shout. They were angry. I was a child, but I could feel the fear in the air. Then someone looked at me. They pushed me forward. They put me on the stage. My heart was beating fast. My hands felt cold. But I stood there. I did not have a plan. I did not have strong words, so I used what I had. My face, my body, my small courage. I sang a little. I danced a little. I made a funny move. People laughed. They stopped shouting. They started clapping. And in that moment, I felt a new thing. I felt joy. Not a big joy, but a small, bright joy. Like a candle in a dark room. When I came off the stage, my mother looked at me. Her eyes were tired, but she was proud. I still remember that look. It stayed with me for many years. But the next days were not easy. My mother became more ill. She could not work much. We were hungry again. Sometimes we had no home. We moved from place to place. I learned to carry sadness in my pocket like a small stone. And yet, I also learned something else. I learned to watch people. I watched rich men in clean coats. I watched poor men in old shoes. I watched tired mothers. I watched children who tried to smile. I watched faces. I watched hands. I watched small movements. Because in those small things I could see the truth. Even then, I started to build a secret skill. I started to understand people without many words. Soon we could not stay with our mother. She was too sick. She could not take care of us. My brother and I were sent to a poorhouse. It was a hard place. It was cold. It was strict. The beds were not soft. The air smelled old. At night, I missed my mother so much that my chest hurt. In the poorhouse, people did not ask about dreams. They asked about rules. They asked about work. They said, be quiet. They said, stand here. They said, eat fast. And inside me, something became very quiet. But I did not lose my mind. I did not lose my heart. I began to do something small every day. I began to make tiny jokes, a funny walk, a silly face, a small quick look. Sometimes a boy near me would laugh, just one laugh. But that laugh was like air to breathe. I learned this truth very early. When life is heavy, laughter can help you stand. Some people think laughter is not serious, but I knew it was serious. It was a way to live. It was a way to survive. When I finally saw my mother again, she was changed. Her face was thin, her eyes looked far away. Sometimes she was calm, sometimes she was not. I was scared, but I also felt love. I wanted to help her, but I was only a boy, so I made another promise inside my heart, a quiet promise. One day I will work. One day I will bring light. One day I will make people smile, even when life is hard. I did not say this promise out loud, but it became part of me. As I grew older, I found work in the theater. Not big work at first, small work, hard work. I carried things, I cleaned, I learned lines, I watched actors, I watched timing. Timing was everything. On stage, 1 second can change everything. A pause can make people laugh, a look can make people cry. I practiced that again and again and again. I was not the tallest man. I was not the strongest man. But I was quick. And I had a strange gift. I could show a feeling with my face. I could show fear. I could show hope. I could show love. And I could do it without words. People began to notice me. Slowly, not fast, but step by step. Then I joined a group that traveled. We went to new towns, new stages, new crowds. And one day, we went to America. America felt huge. The streets were busy, the buildings were tall. I felt small again, but I also felt excited, like a door had opened. A man in the film world saw me perform. He said, "Come, try movies." I did not know much about movies, but I said yes, because when life offers a door, sometimes you must walk through. In the film studio, everything was new. The cameras, the lights, the people moving fast. I was nervous, but I watched, I learned, and then I did something simple. I put on strange clothes, a small hat, a tight jacket, big pants, big shoes, and I took a walking stick. I looked in the mirror. I did not look like a rich man. I did not look like a hero. I looked like a poor man, trying to be polite. Then I walked, slow and funny. My shoes were too big. My feet moved in a strange way. I turned my face up a little, as if I had pride. But my clothes said I had nothing. People saw me, and they laughed. That character became the little tramp. He was poor, he was kind, he was funny. He wanted love, he wanted respect. He wanted a small place in the world. And something special happened. People did not just laugh at him. They cared about him because the tramp was not mean. He did not hurt people. He tried to help, even when he was hungry, even when he was alone. In one film, the tramp found a little flower. He held it like it was gold. He gave it to someone with a shy smile. People watching felt something soft in their chest. They laughed, but they also felt kindness. And some people even cried. That was the secret. I was using comedy to carry real feelings. Fame came, then more fame. People wanted my films. People talked about me. People followed me. I worked very hard, day and night, again and again. I wanted every small moment to be right. A step, a look, a pause. I wanted the story to feel real. Money came too. For the first time, I could buy good food. I could sleep in a warm room. That should feel perfect, but life is not that simple. Sometimes at night I sat alone. The room was quiet. The bed was soft. And still, I felt lonely. I thought of my mother. I thought of the poorhouse. I thought of hunger. I asked myself a hard question. Why do I still feel empty sometimes when I have so much? I did not have an easy answer. So I did what I always did. I watched people. I listened. I learned. I saw that rich people can be sad. I saw that famous people can be scared. And I understood. Life is not only about money. It is also about meaning. So my films became deeper. Still simple, still funny, but with more heart inside. As I became more famous, the pressure grew. People did not just watch my films, they watched my life. Some people liked me. Some people did not. Some people made stories about me. Not true stories, loud stories. I felt tired. Not tired in my body only, tired in my mind. I still made films, but the world around me became colder. And then I learned another truth. When you become bright, some people will try to pull you into the dark. I did not want to fight with anger, so I used my work. I used my films. I tried to speak with art, not with shouting. In one film, I decided to do something different. I wanted to talk about fear in the world. I wanted to talk about power and cruelty and lies. But I was still Charlie. I still believed in kindness. So I made a film with comedy and also with truth. In the end, I spoke to the world, not as the tramp, as a man. I said we should not hate. We should not be cruel. We should help each other. We should choose love over fear. Some people listened. Some people did not. But I knew I had done what my heart asked. Later, I left America. Not because I wanted to, but because the world around me pushed. I went to live far away, in Switzerland. The mountains were quiet. The air was clean, but my heart felt heavy. I missed the film sets. I missed the work. I missed the old rhythm. Sometimes I walked alone. Slow steps, hands in my pockets, like the tramp. And I thought, I made the world laugh, but I am still just a man. That thought was not sad only, it was also honest.